Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Reign of Vecna. Another dark night, cold night here in Wisconsin. It was not fun walking around today on campus, but we're here inside. It's nice and warm to tell a story about a dark world. I hope you all are doing great. I hope you all are enjoying your November. And we're getting ready to get started with today's session. As always, I'm Riku. I am your dungeon master for this evening. And let's go around and introduce everybody else. And we're going to go by how I have you all here on Alchemy. Just give your name, who you're playing, and overall, what does your character think how their first day went in this world? So we'll get started with Kel.
Hey y'all, I'm Kel, also known as Country Wyvern King, playing Meek, our reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. um, Honestly, I don't think Meek has an opinion so far of how their first day has gone. Like, it's still better than what happened when they, before they quote unquote woke up.
Fair.
But he doesn't really have an opinion either way at this point.
Well, that's fair. That's very fair. All right. Next up, we have Nick.
There we go. Hey, everybody. I'm Nick. I go by Professor Hexagon. I play Nero Aspengard, the half-elf storm sorcery sorcerer. Sorry, get that out. Nero is... You know what? I'm just going to say Nero is overconfident. Everything that he's tried since he woke up has succeeded, and including getting everyone to go to the bar where he got to turn in his cool token and helped clean out the blacksmith shop, became with Avatar, I guess you could say.
You're just it's a minor blessing.
Oh no, to him he's fully
yeah
now. So yeah, he's a minor deity now, so you guys better watch out. But yeah, he's doing great. This is like the best day ever.
Yeah, your character's been very lucky, but never tell the DM you're overconfident.
Oh, I'm a DM myself. I'm welcoming this wonderful storytelling. Yeah,
fantastic.
He's like, awesome. Bring it, Bone Daddy.
Yep. All right. Next up, we have Goose.
Hey, everybody. I'm Goose. I am playing Tate, the magical sad boy rogue. He's still just kind of trying to figure everything out. Like, he's kind of stoked for his best friend that he got these cool powers, a little jealous, and just trying to muddle his way through things at the moment.
Cool. Next up, Damon.
Everyone, it's Damon. Hi. I am playing Eden, your Warforged Twilight Domain cleric. Yay. They are feeling happy that everyone survived. That
Yay.
part. Yay. Everyone's alive. And they're happy that everyone's alive. That's Protector Mom vibe is in effect. There we go.
Perfect. And finally, we have Slayer.
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer, and I will be playing Ednus Marblefinder, the non-binary life domain cleric dwarf. And they are thinking, well, I'm not undead yet, so far so good.
All right. So let's bring you all over to where we last had you over at the house.
Of the Bright Blade. Ooh. So, last we met, you almost crashed my computer by fighting 31 methods. Um, hey, listen, Alchemy is in beta. It's still being built. It's an awesome platform. Just, I'm pushing the limits of it, maybe. But that's always good. I was a QA tester before my current job, so of course I want to break things as much as possible. Anywho, you fought the methods, you closed the portal, you straightened out that rod for the Clockwork King.
Uh, weren't we in the forge because we just found that uh, uh, sentient sword?
Yeah. Yes, you are in the forge. The forge is named the House of the Bright Blade. So so you're honestly just standing there, and obviously, Ednis, you found this sentient sword that decided to talk to you. Well, talk to all is like telepathically talking to all of you at this point, but Ednis, you have it in your hand, and last we left off, the uh the sword essentially said, "It's about time one of y'all found me. Geez, I've been under that soot for so long."
So we all heard that, right?
Yes.
No, that is Eden. Eden is saying we all
Oh,
heard that,
gotcha.
right? That wasn't just a figment of my imagination.
I heard that too.
Does anybody else think that sword sounds kind of sassy?
Oh, please, you haven't seen anything yet, honey.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
I was gonna say when I almost said sit there because you said so threw me off there. When Tate says that, Misuan looks like no, he sounds just like all the rest of you.
Mm.
Well, because again, Tate and Nero have been sassy as hell in this party.
That's fair. Accurate. Accurate statement. Do we? Why? I, I'm. I. Who are you? What are you? Who are you? What is this? So many
Ah,
questions.
yes, sorry, I haven't had a chance to introduce myself. I would like to, I guess, welcome you all to my abode. My name is Zesfara.
Asfara.
Zesfara, yes.
Asfara.
Yes. Yes, and this is my forge. Well, was, I guess I should say now.
You're a
And
sword.
You're a half elf.
so they can see.
Yep. I could see, I can hear, I just can't touch. And you hear as she says that, she says it with like a bit of an anger, like a frustrated voice.
Um.
Have you
So
have you always been a sword?
Oh, no. How do you think I was able to create such a magnificent place like this, so to say? You see, when Vecna came and took over the place, I did my best to defend, uh, but it unfortunately didn't work as well. I had a feeling that I was gonna end up getting uh, enthralled or
mind controlled in some way to build weapons for Vecna's army. So instead of seeing all this turn to evil, I arranged to have my essence embedded within this blade. I originally made arrangements to be smuggled out of Mirabar, but they never actually happened. And so I was just lying here collecting soot, watching those methods defile my forge.
Hmm.
Can I
So
do an insight check on the sword just to see if I can if what it's saying is the truth?
Sure, go for it.
can I insight check a sword? That's a new statement.
That's definitely a statement.
17.
It's telling the truth. This is the story. Um, as it is truth. She's not holding anything back. That's what happened.
Guys, this sword is legit.
Sorry,
What was that? And it's
I think they're having audio issues.
ooh, okay. Well, I guess since y'all are here and seem people pretty capable of yourselves, maybe y'all can help me out with getting out of this city finally.
And where do you want to go?
Just not here.
I'm just I'm just
Testing.
curious. How many plans failed before you decided on sword?
Uh I mean, it happened so quick. I only had so long when I realized that the armies were failing and everyone was falling. I had to make a quick choice because it was either I was going to die or I was going to be used as a tool for the army, for Vecna's army.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Question: what would you do if Vecna used you as a sword for his army? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, I'd refuse. I'd refuse to bond with him. This is a magic sword, so
Ah,
I would I would refuse to give my power over to him. I would just be a sword to him.
But you'd be
And
a
if
sassy sword.
like I'd talk to that bitch. Like I'd say a word to him.
You're kind of proving Tate's point as much as I don't want to agree with him right now. Because Tate is still salty about the whole Goliath incident in the library there.
I can just see it now. Every time Vecna picks you up, psychic damage.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
so what are you capable of?
I mean, for now, I'm just a little bit more powerful than regular swords. But if you give me some time, I might be able to teach you a few things and increase my power.
Hmm.
So you're a grower, not a shower?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Mhm.
That's fair.
What I really hope to in our journeys uh, is to find a ring of telekinesis that can be forged into my blade. That way, I can get back to forging.
Hmm.
Honestly, I could think of worse blacksmiths than a sword.
Honey, that list is too long to even think of.
I mean, I'm not.
As you have this compulsion from her to look around at even just the discarded swords, like these blades are all, while they might not be usable now, they're all in pristine condition still after all these years.
I must say, Meek's going to chime in, going about the whole sword bit. You think a smith would turn to a hammer?
You would think, but honestly,
Maybe it was just what was lying around.
kinda. Honestly, I forged this sword. This was a sword I forged like a few years ago before all this happened, and I saw it as like my my top creation. So
Mm,
why not put myself into my best creation?
mm, makes
So are
sense
you
to
like
me.
wanted, or like we needed to smuggle you, or what's your
Uh,
status right now?
my status right now is I believe Vecna thinks I'm dead. I mean, my body was left behind when I put my essence in here, so as far as he knows, I'm dead.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, you left a soulless body behind,
Mm-hmm.
and Vecna is Lord of the Undead. I'm just conjecturing. Um, your body might be somewhere out of your reach.
Yeah, I've figured that, but it is what it is at this point.
Well, folks, um, I mean, what do we want to do?
And just so y'all know, I know there's a good mix of different abilities around the table here, but even though this form, this longsword, is preferred by me, there are other forms I can take. Um, I can be a great sword, I could be a short sword, or a dagger as well. Yes, I have that ability.
Hmm. So
I mean, I could always use more daggers.
didn't you get like 20?
That was me.
No, that was
That was
me.
I have two. I could always use a third. Maybe you could teach my other two daggers some manners.
I say, where are you going to hold it? What, are you going to have one in each hand and one in your mouth?
If I need to.
how,
Like
Would you do
how
that?
would you use your somatic components for your spells then? Or your verbal components? Oh, yeah,
I could
somatic
just
too.
I could just tuck around the handle. Or
I
I
don't
could
think
put
that's how it works.
all three blades in one hand and have them all come out like that and have it.
Like a punch
I could be
dagger?
like a badger.
You're a interesting one. I see.
I say,
The
We're all
nicest thing
quite
anyone's ever said
interesting.
to me.
Nero, you might as well just find a grove and see if they'll teach you how to turn into an animal. That'd just be easier.
That's true.
Real badgers don't have metal claws, though. I'm just saying.
Hmm. Um,
I refuse to call you the Badger.
Pearl's clutch.
I would be okay calling you Badger.
You sense a little bit of like through this banter between you all, Zespara kind of thinking, how have you all survived this long?
I mean, we just woke up, what was it, like 2 days ago?
Oh, you were just born yesterday. Okay. Actually, you were born today. It's
Yeah,
still the
I
same
was
day.
I was
So
thinking, well, yes, but
when the sword
no.
makes the born yesterday comment, I'm just like, don't make me put you back in the fire.
The fire's it's not out. The larger, actually, is the fire out?
The
No,
yes, the fire is out, which means the portal's out.
yeah,
But we can always relight it and stick them in there.
that's we don't need to do that. Uh, um, I think we can. I'm fine with taking the sword. Whoever would want it. Um, it's a matter of who would want it. Um, given the ability, it can go to anyone.
Why don't you take it, Eden?
Why?
You just said it could go to anyone. You're kind of our, you're I'm just gonna put it this way: you have like the most sound mind among the five of us, and if anyone was to, bond with the soul in the sword, I would imagine it'd probably be you.
I mean, if everyone is okay with that, I will happily accept. But I'm usually not one to be in the fray. I can be, but I'm not usually one to just like. And I'm assuming, so far you can confirm, you want to be useful.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not saying no.
How did you fight when you had hands?
Uh,
There we go.
Hey,
Hey,
there we are.
hey.
Awesome. Cool.
The things that happen.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
live show, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I wish there was a like I guess that's a bit of a feedback to give back to Alchemy is saying uh 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 timeout disabled timeout mode.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But yeah, essentially Zesparo explains how when she did defend herself, her weapon of choice was a longsword. Hence this form she's taken.
well, I would say I can use them, but saying as I would rather not draw my weapon unless absolutely necessary, probably not a good choice.
So I guess
Why?
that leaves me.
I was gonna well, unless necessary. With the evils that are out there right now,
Yeah.
isn't that necessary enough?
I was going to say that.
D-
Meek, I understand your resistance. Is that the word? I don't know. Um, hesitation? No, that's not quite right. Reluctance? That may be better. Um, but this is a I know we've only been here a day, but I'm certain there is much evil in this world, and that evil must be removed.
Oh, there's no denying that. But removing evil does not necessarily mean killing it.
Well, you don't have to kill with your blade. That's why I'm here.
That sounds like we're getting into war crime territories at that point. I'm sorry, you set me up for that. I had to make that joke.
I mean,
Close. I'm good with a closed wound. It's a cantrip. I can literally.
Yeah. That's it. Eden, recall during our, I guess, training,
Right.
I tried to talk the cultists out of what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Only
And recall
then,
how
when it,
successful it was.
yes, but the attempt was still made before I drew my weapon.
I am going to say this, and I'm going to be honest with you. Um, I don't think there's redemption in the evil that is here.
And Vecna? No. And those of Vecna controls? Maybe.
Eh.
I was going to say
While they're having this conversation, Tate is literally kind of like standing on the side with 2 daggers in his hands, and he's literally just like twirling them around, like I'll stab a bitch.
Checking 1, 2.
I like
Yes,
this
we can hear
one.
you.
yes.
Okay.
Well, I could also carry her. After all, I was the one that found her.
Very true.
are we implementing a finders keepers rule
I
amongst
would
our?
not. No.
Well, you are also trying to decide who was going to take her without me being able to respond.
That's fair.
We were just conversing. That there's not
We didn't know
a.
what happened. You picked up the sword and you blank stared. We were just kind of figuring it out.
But I do think if there's someone who is more apt to be in the fray as often, Edness has indicated that that is what they do. I don't. I will take it if that is the choice of the group, but I would defer to either Meek or Edness or Tate. And if you're asking why not you, I see you, Nero.
No,
We,
that's
we've
all good.
we've kind of confirmed magics need hands and speaking, and you can't really do that. Just double fisting a blade.
While he's spinning, he's just gonna like point with the dagger to Edness. Don't you use an axe?
I can use a
brings the
variety
point.
of weapons. I can use a variety of weapons just like any other fighter.
I just don't always. I carry a hammer. Ding.
I have an idea. Let's let the sword decide.
Are we gonna
You
sit it in the
guys,
middle of the floor?
That was
you know,
point.
you guys
And
take turns using the sword, and then the sword will decide which one of you two is the one it feels the most comfortable with. Sorry, do you mind if I call you the sword or Zaspara?
Zaspara, please.
Okay, Zaspara.
I mean,
okay, over the table real quick. There was some parts of the story, but involving the sword I did miss because I had no audio, both
yeah,
hearing and microphone.
yeah. So, some of the um, some of the stuff that you missed, Zispara uh, basically arranged for her soul to be put into this weapon as a last resort if Vecna was going to come and try to take her away. She was planning on getting smuggled out of the city. However, that just never happened, which is why she's here. Um, yeah, that's the main story of her. Uh, her main goal is to find a ring of telekinesis to be forged into her blade so that she may be able to forge again. But she's explained that while she might be a basic magic sword now, down the road there might be ways to improve upon her even further. She can also choose. You could also She can turn into one of four forms. She prefers a long sword, but she can also become a great sword, a short sword, or a dagger.
I did catch that part. It was just like the uh, her becoming the sword was all right. Um, Cesaro, what were you before you became sword?
Uh,
Were you a
I
dwarf like me or something else?
she was a human woman. Um, but she was basically one of the best blacksmiths on the Sword Coast. Um, but she's had it pretty tough, given the fact that blacksmithing is pretty much a male-dominated field. So she really has had to prove her worth, which is why she's gotten so good at what she does. Oh.
I know that struggle.
Huh.
I am a rising smith myself.
That is that is awesome. Very awesome to hear. Tell me, what kind of what let's see, how is the best way she will say this? What is your favorite thing to smith these days?
Um, weapons are the most common because they are useful for dealing with the undead, especially where I hail from.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I don't have the skill to uh, forge these specialized weapons that would be ideal for dealing with them yet. But I dabble in armor as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can definitely.
Which I was repairing something, or finished repairing something when I found you.
Hmm. Well, uh, if if y'all will take me, I will be more than happy to help train you as you continue on your journeys.
No funny business.
Uh, what can I do?
That'd be
I'm a sword.
You could stab one of us.
I'm a tool. You're the one doing the stabbing.
They can't move on their own. We've kind of proven that point because they were literally just laying in a sit and not moving, so they can't.
Sorry. Oh, out of character. I'm sorry, I got set up for this. In character. Yes, you are a tool.
Oh God.
I think that's the only thing that we can all agree on at the moment.
But they make a good point.
Don't mind them. They're yes, but it doesn't mean they have to be assholes about it.
Yeah.
Like they none of us like the situation we are in. Doesn't mean we should take it out on somebody because of their fact they're a
I appreciate that. I think if you would like to wield me, I would be very much comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think we can be in agreement of that.
very well.
Tate visibly looks sad.
Oh. Well,
it'll take some getting used to you.
well, once you attune to me, I think you might be able to get used to me pretty quickly.
Because the player
Cool.
So, what form do you want this sword to be in, Edness?
She'll stick. They will stick with longsword.
Okay.
Though they're proficient with battle axe when it comes to bladed weapons.
Okay. Are you proficient
I
with
thought I
longswords?
was proficient in all martial arts, but I was wrong.
Okay. So are
Not
you
yet,
are you
not yet.
proficient? You're not. Okay. So you're actually not going to be able to use this if you're not proficient.
Oh.
But if you may be
That realization was,
oh, is this wait.
but I am proficient in daggers, which are a simple weapon.
Yes. So this sword can become a dagger, a short sword, a long sword, or a great sword.
She will go with, or they will go with short sword or a dagger, and say, once I get better at combat, we'll use you in your true form.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
That is fine by me. As you see the sword begin to glow in your hand and it form into a dagger. And as you hold this dagger, its weight feels perfect. The handle feels perfectly molded to your hand. You realize that this sword doesn't just transform to the weapon of preference of its wielder, but to also be comfortable and for its wielder as well.
So it's like it kind of chooses the wielder. The wielder will accept them.
No, it's more it's accommodating to whomever attunes with it. So so this is a +1 weapon. So it's just a +1 dagger. And I'm assuming you're already proficient with smith's tools.
Yes.
Okay. Then your proficiency bonus is doubled for smith's tools while attuned to this weapon.
Nice.
Yep. All right. Well then, it is late. At this point, the city has quieted down. It's a lot of the places around town are closed. You wouldn't be able to return to Rod or go back to the pub at this moment. So, um, it is quiet. What would you like to do?
I think
Before
we
we
should.
leave, and this will mention, I think for the time being, until uh, she is safe, we don't mention anything about her true nature.
I'm okay with that.
That might be a
Understood.
good idea.
Fair.
I suppose we head back to the inn, or what do you guys want to do?
Rest would be good.
Rest would be the sound option. I think we may need that for whatever we plan to do, I guess. And we also will probably need to inform, and their name just left my head. Whoever sent us on this method mission,
Racine.
Racine, yeah, we'll need to inform Racine of our completion.
Yep.
Oh, we should also report back to Clockwork King.
That's true. We can do that tomorrow as well, or in the morning. What time is it? What day is it? I don't know.
It's late at night on your first day alive in this new world.
There we go. That part. So yes,
the
that
mention of the Clockwork King reminds me. Zaspara, meet Rangoon. He kind of puts the little mechanical clockwork crab off his shoulder. Rangoon, this is Zaspara. Say hi.
Oh, one of the clockwork guy's inventions. How'd you come upon that?
We got it on credit, actually.
Oh. Well, I hope you're ready to pay that up. He tends to try to collect his debt very, very quickly.
How quickly are we talking?
So you know those iron cobras that are always hanging around his house?
I think we remember them. Yes.
Uh, I would say any longer than a 10-day, you'll start seeing them show up closer and closer to you.
Got it.
But I'm sure
He
you.
was actually what he was actually the person I was repairing something for.
Oh. Well, then maybe you might get a little bit longer if you're doing a favor for him. He really does appreciate all of the help that he can get.
Well, we shall. We will connect with them. Maybe we'll go to Racine first, because maybe we will get some kind of compensation for doing what we did.
She did promise 50 gold in gemstones to you all. So that is a yeah.
So that's something.
Cool. Also, don't forget about the goblins.
Want to pull a heist?
Oh, that's right.
Tate never forgets about gold.
Gold, magic items, and this you hear Zespara like perk up. I was like goblins. What the hell are you talking about?
Pulling up notes.
Kate
Goblin
looks
bank,
back at
run
his
bank.
notes. I bumped into a very kind gentleman that pointed us in the direction of the Hall of Sparkling Stones.
Oh, gotcha.
It seems some goblins have moved in and have a little bit of a horde that they're guarding.
Huh. And that seems like a pretty good target.
Nobody ever misses goblins.
Mm-mm. I'm sure whatever they have is just waiting to be liberated.
Plus, it might give you an opportunity to stretch
Other
your legs.
goblins miss goblins.
Mm. Well, that could be a good fun. I would suggest doing a little bit of recon first before heading in. Just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into.
That's fair.
But that sounds like a fun time.
Hmm.
As you all talk about this with the paladin con.
Did I or did I not say this sword is legit?
I'm liking this sword more and more.
I might be fudging its alignment a little bit. It's supposed to be lawful good, but I'm fudging it towards the chaotic side. It's more fun.
It definitely matches my chaotic energy.
Oh yeah.
So how about we do this?
How about we go back to the inn?
Well, in Edna's head, the thought of, "Don't tell Meek."
And he goes, oh, is that the goody two shoes?
Yeah, he's a paladin.
No wonder.
He's
Apparently
trying to redeem him.
Apparently a pacifist paladin.
He's back.
I must say, I walked back to just he's a paladin. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened?
No, don't worry about it. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Nothing.
We totally forgot the he's back.
What I miss on
Actually, I did say that.
Nothing at all. We're continuing back to the road. We're continuing back to our rooms. That's the plan. Yes.
Do I head back to the inn?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you head back to the inn. You head up to your rooms to get some sleep. Or whatever you do in lieu of sleep, I should say. The bed isn't the most comfortable thing you've laid on. It's really just a board with blankets.
Edna doesn't remember the concept of comfort. They've been in an incubation type chamber for like 5 years.
I was gonna say y'all probably need a magical chiropractor at this point anyway.
Except for me, because what's a spine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fair.
And Eden too, because I'm.
Yeah.
Tate just creaks every time he moves.
He creaks because he's a creep.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. Well,
I had to. It rhymed.
well, I would love to hear what folks are up to this evening as as you prepare for sleep or what you're doing in the evenings on your own together or such. So I'm just gonna randomly go with Damon. What is Eden up to tonight?
Wow. Of course, I'm first. Get started. Uh, um, so, um, Eden will, once they're back to the room, they'll put their weapons down, put things away, and start their night. Well, technically it's been a while. Do their nightly ritual, which is doing a brief-ish prayer to Helm. That's the traditional, like, thank you for the day,
Mhm.
for getting me through it. Thank you for letting me protect. Um, and they always ask for um, simple dreams because they sometimes they dream, sometimes they don't. They've been dreaming
Mhm.
off and on. So um, that's their thought before they start the Century's Rest, which is where they um, essentially have 6 hours of motionless state.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just doing that thing, and yeah, that'll be what they do. Just
Awesome. So, obviously, still at this point, your connection to Helm is still pretty weak. Um, Not being in the temple right now, uh, you don't get really any response in terms of saying, but you do get this feeling, especially now that you have your cleric powers back. You get this feeling that he hears you and he is doing all in his power to help you. Um, and it's just this kind of warm feeling that you get. So,
mhm,
without the words actually being relayed back to you.
right.
Um, as for your sleep, you you get your wish of a simple dream as you are floating
Mhm,
in a vast ocean. You're on a boat on your own. The gentle rock of the waves, the gentle breeze of the air, the gentle heat of the sun. Everything is calm, everything is bright. And even in this vast ocean, you feel great. You
mhm,
feel safe. You feel calm. And for a while, that's all you can hear is the waves, the creaking of the boat, birds flying across head. But near the end of your rest,
mhm,
you see as clouds start to fill the sky. The waves get harsher and harsher. You attempt to keep the boat afloat and upright, and try as you might, a wave crashes over, knocking you overboard.
mhm.
When your vision returns,
you see two figures walking up to you on a beach. In this, you recognize that is the shore that you were found on before heading to the academy. But the figures walking towards you are very blurry. You can't make them out, almost as if your memory is corrupted at this point. And you look up at the mountain where the academy is situated. Well, where the academy would be.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the blurry images of the people walking toward you, you see up there where the academy is in all black, almost as if it was cut out of the scene. You know the academy was fake, but you don't know what is supposed to be in that area in its place. So your mind doesn't know how to fill in the blank.
Mm.
The two figures then pick you up by either arm and begin to drag you away before your consciousness fades again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. So in the like, because it'll be early, well, earlier morning.
Mm-hmm.
That being dragged away, Eden wakes up like with a start. If they
Mm-hmm.
would yell, they probably would have yelled, but they don't normally yell. So it's kind of a like a intake of breath, although they don't really breathe. Um, so and they clutch their chest as if they had a heart. And they don't. So it's just like a weird feeling of it was a very humanoid response to a bad dream. Like pulse racing, but no pulse. Yeah.
Has Eden ever felt these kind of humanoid or like human emotions before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They don't know if this is um they've understand that they are warforged, but they are like their name, they're engaging, they're emotional. They actually are at least can perform emotions in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't they know what they can recognize the things that they're doing and recognize them as humanoid emotions. Um, so it does concern them a bit that they are having emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means, they don't know.
Okay.
Just
Wonderful.
that they are. Yeah. We may be having a conversation later.
Yeah. Yes, we may. All right. Tate, how about you? What are you up to this evening?
Tate is real quick. Before I get into that, would I have been able to grab those 3 daggers from the blacksmith before we left?
Yes.
Okay, back to 10. It matters.
Ammunition counting.
Okay, so Tate would have gone to his room and he would start just kind of like pacing back and forth, just kind of like processing everything that happened. And he would kind of like walk over to a wall and just kind of like put his head against it for a second. And then he'd like push his hood down and kind of like rub the tattoo on his neck. And he would reach up with his finger and on the wall just start like sketching basically face up coins and just kind of like seeing how perfect he can get it and how just consistently trying to get better each time, just focusing on the coin and focusing on what it stands for and who it stands for, and just kind of like weighing the what it means to kind of pursue like that direction as opposed to what he's used to.
Okay.
Now that he knows that the gods are still alive.
Unfortunately for him.
It's an interesting thing with that said, because while those with I guess more righteous gods, I should say, have have kind of gotten back in contact and has felt the presence again. Even though you know the gods are still alive, you still have not felt the presence of remind me again who's fucking with you again?
Sirik.
Yeah. You have not felt Sirik's presence. Like, he could be off doing something else, or like at the very least right now you're the least of his concern. And from not being able to get this kind of contact is at least you know that.
Yeah, but in his mind, he's kind of looking at it as, so I'm used to like Sirik and all his fuckery. He's like, but I also know like who Tamora is or was, and like kind of like how they're like opposing forces in a sense. And he's just kind of like weighing like, this is what I'm used to, this is what could be, and hoping that like, you know, maybe like pursuing like that direction of like a more like good deity might balance out and kind of like take some of the pressure off of the whole Sirik thing if and when he returns.
Okay. I'd like you to make me a religion check real quick. All right. Nice crit on religion.
It's random, but I'll take it.
Right? You're drawing these circles, these coins, and as you are doing them, you realize that as you continue to practice drawing these circles and drawing these coins, you draw one, and it's probably as perfect as you've gotten it at this point. And as you look at that, um, the space on the wall that you drew that coin through that circle, it's almost as the wood on the wall, the stain or the knot on the wall that you just circled, looks like a four-leaf clover. Looking at it right now,
Oh, he summoned a leprechaun.
Not quite. But you feel Mora's presence in that area. Almost as if she just guided you to draw that.
Just gonna kind of take a step back, look at it, look at his finger, look back at it, look back at his finger. And he's just gonna like out loud to himself. There's like, was that me? Or was that me? Just kind of like processing.
Yeah. You really don't know. Really, it feels like it was you. But it also feels very coincidental that the one perfect circle you drew was over that specific spot. Anything else for your evening?
Nah, he's definitely got a lot to think about now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's just gonna kind of like chill.
All right. Nero, how does your evening look?
Nero hates evening mostly because he can't distract himself from the stuff that he's worried about and the stuff that has went on throughout the day. His mind is quiet, so now all the stuff that happened to him and his family and realizing that the academy was fake and going through here, and he's dealing with it the best way he can, which is distracting himself. He's currently laying in his, like, I guess you said it's sort of like a bed.
It's a pallet.
Yeah. He's
That's
laying
calling
on
it
his.
bed.
This is coming from a person who's used to, like, his dad was stupidly wealthy, so he had like the nicest beds in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just constantly kind of turning and rolling over, and he casts minor illusion to mimic the sound of the house, the mansion that he was in, of the people moving, like the servants and all of his brothers and sisters, and there's just constant noise, and it calms him down a little bit, and he's going to try to treat Rangoon kind of like not a stuffed animal, but sort of like a emotional support animal. And he's just gonna put him like square in his chest and just kind of lay down and close his eyes, trying to just listen to the minor illusion around him, pretending like he's back in the mansion.
Awesome. Nice little sleep sounds in this medieval age.
I need more whale sounds.
Yeah, right. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Okay. That's a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you're enjoying the sounds. It's definitely helping you fall asleep, obviously. It's one of those things is at this point, it's helping you fall asleep, but you know it's not real. So there's a little bit of a disconnect in your mind as you try to go to sleep. But eventually you are able to finally pass out. And get some good rest alongside Ragoon. Unfortunately, I don't have anything more for you right now.
I'm honestly okay with that.
And the dice is what chose that one. All right. Edness, how's your night going?
Well, part of the night, Edness will quietly speak with Shazara, I believe her name was.
Zespara.
Cespara, sorry.
Yes.
Basically mentally,
Mhm.
and would ask her if she was a religious person before she gave up her human form.
Uh, let's see. You ask her this, and she essentially says, you know, in terms of, well, knowing that the gods exist and such, uh, I guess belief in that way, yes, but I didn't really worship. I really did my own thing. Uh, I really put my trust into my work. I guess I really didn't have time to really worship any deity.
You sound like some of the more sane members of my kin.
Yeah, I mean, the the dwarves are. Some of them could be a little bit fanatical, I guess.
Especially the ones that stay.
They? What does they have to do with this?
That's where I'm from.
Oh, heavens. Well, talk about going from one hell into another.
Yeah. But the real point was if he had thought that they were dead, the gods are not.
No, they're not. There are some things that in this form I'm able to tell, and I knew they were never dead. I knew Vecna isn't that powerful. Vecna isn't a god. He's a demi-lich. He wouldn't be able to cast out. The best he'd be able to do is hide the gods. There's no way he'd kill them. There's no way he can.
Well, so far he has cut them off, and I forget the name. Out of character, I forget the name of those like stones.
The Shroud Stones of the Ancients.
And apparently, he's doing so with through the use of the shroud stones of the ancients. If you're familiar with them,
Oh, I am, and that explains it. Those are some powerful stones, and they can. The good news is that if he had all 7 Shroud Stones, this place would be more of a hell than it already is. So the fact that it was only that the only thing he's done is block off the gods means that the rest are still out there and hopefully can put an end to this a lot easier than we may have thought.
how many would he need of them to at least block off the gods?
3, 4? Not really too sure, but not all of them.
Maybe you and I should have a conversation with Racine.
I'm fairly certain Racine has an idea about this. I mean, that was and you could feel her kind of probing into your mind as she recalled some of the stuff that you have witnessed. And
Edna lets her do so.
fantastic. And she says, she did mention to you that she set a scouting party to look for one of the stones down in the mines.
Yes.
So I think she has an idea that they at least have something to do with what's going on. And hopefully you're the ones to do it. I have this odd faith in you all after you found me. Something is different about you all. Good, different, I should say. I'm looking forward to working with you all.
Yes, and as you can see, my past is quite traumatic. I think would be one of the best ways to put it.
Oh, I definitely see that as well. All of you, in some way, shape, or form, have had some trauma associated with your past. And yes, some of that trauma is true. Some of it might have been a fabrication due to that illusion y'all were under. But all the same, you all have had some sort of something happen. And I think in a way this journey is going to help you all out. To reconcile with it, move beyond, and maybe even conquer whatever darkness is in your hearts.
I don't know about darkness.
Well, I say darkness more in terms of that traumatic feeling that yeah.
And by the way, my true identity, please don't reveal it.
Oh, of course not. But
my enmity is what has allowed me to survive so far without.
You have my word.
Yeah.
But there will be time for talk and time for sharing soon enough. We have a journey ahead of us. And I know you're a cleric of Lathander, but I think it's time we turn out the light and rest for the evening.
Yes.
We will talk soon.
Yep.
Awesome. And finally, Meek. What does your evening look like? Why am I the most worried about you?
I'll say the ones you should be more worried about the ones that already went, especially freaking Tate and Nero. I mean, because of the group so far, they are the troublemakers for good reason, though.
I know. Yeah, but you're also the button pusher.
The button pusher.
What?
You push buttons. We don't think about consequences. It balances out.
I was like, what button? I don't think I've pushed a button yet.
You slapped the book out of Meek's hand.
The button presser than Meek. Blech.
Yeah, fair. All right. Anyway, Meek, what you up to tonight?
So after, getting my equipment off and all that, essentially getting it down to just my base clothing, Meek's probably just going to lay in bed to stare at the ceiling all night.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really have much to do. Like, there'll probably be times where he'll probably close eyes for a bit, not to necessarily sleep, but just to kind of relax more so.
Mm-hmm.
where he'll probably get like very, 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 very vague flashbacks of his previous life. Like not enough where he's able to piece anything in.
Okay. Yeah. Make a history check for me.
Yeah, the skill I have a -1 in.
Mm.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, you begin getting flashbacks. I'm gonna roll something real quick for myself.
He's getting movies. Uh-oh.
How many scenes do you flash back? Only 2. Only 2 tonight. Well, the first scene that you seem to flash back to very quickly is a barracks.
Okay.
You have no idea where the location is. Details are very fuzzy, but you know it as what is kind of almost a military barracks of sort.
Okay.
And specifically, your area would be one of higher rank, so to say.
Okay.
The next flashback you get isn't really a flashback, but you're seeing figures of different people that have been around, and there are a lot. But there is one thing that pops out to you. You don't see facial features or bodily features enough to really make a
no identifying marks.
I know who this is. But the initials HK come to you.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that this HK...
Is there a 47 next to it?
No. And you don't get any facial features except for their mouth. You see a smile on their face with teeth exposed. Almost unnaturally, too. Like almost a manipulation of the flashback than actual how their face would look.
Okay.
But that's all you could see of any sort of defining feature, and all you can think about is the initials HK.
Okay.
Eventually, by the early morning, you are, I guess, snapped out of it by the sound of Eden suddenly waking up and kind of jolting against the wall in the floor in his room.
Yeah, I'll just be like, oh, morning. Okay. I'll just get up, put my equipment back on, and just walk out the room.
All right.
I would say, though, when it wasn't until after he got most of his equipment on, Meek probably noticed that even though he wasn't dreaming, he was probably in a cold sweat when he actually snapped back out.
Mm-hmm. That would be. These are unsettling visions. You don't know why they're unsettling. They just are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the morning. You've woken up. You've gathered down for breakfast. What are you all up to?
As everyone comes down, I'll just go like, so how'd you all sleep?
The best.
Insight check.
Nero, roll deception.
Oh boy, here we go.
That is perfect.
Oh.
You believe him.
I'm glad your rest was pleasant.
This is always awesome because I'm awesome. So.
I think Eden believes just about anything they hear right now.
Right.
You see Rangoon up on my shoulder just going.
I'm just thinking that. I'm like, I would be surprised considering your upbringing that these beds would be comfortable for you.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a problem at all.
Now I'm going to inside check after that call.
All right. Same thing, Nero.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
Stay home.
You
Wasting all my
believe
good
him
rolls.
wholeheartedly.
Wow.
Damn, I actually rolled somewhat well there.
Wow.
You're rolling against a sorcerer, a charisma.
Okay. Charisma's my thing too. Just sadly, wisdom's not that high up for the insight part though.
Oh wait,
All this rogue training that
paladins
he's
are
been getting.
charisma too, right?
Oh, Edness. Okay, hang on.
Nope, and it's still you can't tell either.
Yeah, that's a natural 20. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I don't really sleep. I more rest, but mine was.
Everyone trying to kill him.
And I figured everybody else tried. Why not? I think since I know him, I should get advantage.
That's true.
Well, if Nero agrees to it, sure, go for it.
I love the irony that the two who are primarily wisdom casters or wisdom focused ability still didn't roll high enough.
Yeah. The magic of one.
16.
Wow. Nice.
That's okay. Deep down, Tate already knows how big of a bitch Nero is.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
100%. I'm using the techniques he taught me as a rogue to lie to these guys, so he's seeing that. He's like, okay, all right.
He didn't need that inside check. He knows the truth.
Edness, on the other hand, will go. Mentally, will go. Is he even remotely telling the truth?
Seems it to me.
Yes.
For the record, so you know, for Zespara's stats, she has an intelligence of 15, a wisdom of 10, charisma of 8. But she has hearing and dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Ah. Very cool.
And she can read Common and Dwarvish.
Very cool.
So.
Does the sword have eyes?
Not
I
really.
guess in a way. Not
She
really.
clocked
It's
that
like
I
a
was half
switching
elf.
around.
I was about to say, I'm expecting like blinking eyes, just like
the purple gem that's in the base of the sword is like it like blinks.
It's like the eye of Thundara.
The eye of Thundara. Hold me up! Hold me up! Good
Anyway.
Lord.
Oh gosh. I mean, I think everyone slept well, right?
Yes.
That's what it's. Good.
And I was doing some contemplating and realized some things when it comes to the shadow stones of the ancients. In order to block off the gods, Vecna would need to have about 3 or 4 of them of the 7. And when she says, uh, contemplating, she's looking at the dagger
Mm-hmm.
and then looking up.
Yes, that is correct. As you hear, it's as far as speak. And like Racine told you, she's already set off a mission to try to find them. The only question is, what do we do with them once we obtain them?
I believe there was talk about destroying.
Well, sure, but how do you destroy something that powerful?
So
Lightning nukes pretty well. He pulls
do
his
we
hand up and
all-
just
I think we're going to need a little bit more power.
Well, one thing that might be helpful is a good quality adamantium weapon.
That could be helpful, but Shroudstone, I feel like there's some kind of odd, either ritual or something to be able to do so. So I don't know, but maybe we'll find out. But first, we need to see if Racine heard any word from that scouting party.
That's true. I think that should be our first. Should that be our first stop? Checking in with Racine. The
Well,
4.
3 of us should actually at least have something to eat.
I was gonna say breakfast.
Oh, right. You need to eat.
You've probably been sitting down eating here at this point for a while, or any sort of consumption that you need to make.
Right.
All right, yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Ever since he woke up and has been sitting down at the table, like outside, like having some food and stuff that he's like snacking on, Tate is sitting there with like a parchment or whatever, and he's trying to recreate that coin.
Okay.
So y'all basically just kind of see him sitting there, like using his finger and just like tracing circles on this thing with, like, he's not using a quill or anything. It's literally just his finger.
Cool.
Would you like us to pick up? Should we stop and pick up pen and ink? Tate?
Oh no, I'm fine. Why? Did you need some?
I see you drawing, writing.
Oh no, I'm fine. He's gonna hold up the parchment, and you're gonna see like all the random different shape and size coins that he's drawn.
How?
So I have this like thing that I can do. I think it comes from my tattoo, but I can like draw on just about anything with my finger. And he'll turn and he'll show you the tattoo on his neck. And it basically kind of looks like a rolled up parchment that has a quill and ink sitting on it. And can any of you read Infernal?
I know I can't.
I can.
You can? Then Meek is the only one. Basically, on the parchment, it says the choices that were made for us do not define who we are. We can pen our own future. Only the past is written in stone.
Yes, Meek's not translating it. He's just nodding.
Huh. That's an interesting tattoo. Huh. Kind of look back down at the parchment that you've been drawing on. Does it look like ink?
It is ink.
Okay. Just making sure there wasn't anything else.
Mm-mm.
Finger and touching it. Sometimes there's another thing. Anyway. Well, with that, shall we go to Racine or the bar? Would they be open?
Yep.
So I think that's what we'll do next.
Lead the way.
I will lead the way.
Awesome. So you come back to the Goblet
This
and
is the way.
Gems. Yep. So you make your way back to the Goblet and Gems, and as you enter in, as always, you are greeted by Lapis, who leads you into your private back room. And as you get back there, your tankards are there waiting for you, filled up and ready to go. And in front of each of your seats, you see a gemstone. Your payment for the work you've done. You see a garnet, an amber, a jade, a jet, and a tourmaline gemstone, each worth
Garnet.
100 gold.
Sorry, repeat that.
Basically, you have 500 gold worth of gemstones. So 5 gemstones. Yeah, I thought it was 10 gold. No, I'm reading it again. It's 100 gold each.
Oh, I've seen these before. Richardson picks up the garnet. It's like, up into his pocket.
Tate will take the jet.
Cool. All right, and then as you sit down, you hear Racine's voice come into your mind again and goes, I see you have all had some very good success at the forge last night.
Yes.
Yep.
Well done. I'm very impressed, and I think it shows that we made the right choice in bringing you on. So, are you all ready for the real deal?
Yeah. I know we have some things to finish here in
You said
Mirabar.
the one was a jade, right?
Yes. He explains. Well, she explains. Well, yes. You could take your time on this. You don't have to run off and do this right away. I do hope you take care of it as soon as possible, but take the time that you need. But I want to make sure you know what we have for you. So as I kind of mentioned, over the years, we have determined that Vecna draws power from 3 gemstones. Our agents have been trying to steal these gemstones in hopes of bringing about the Lich's downfall. We have determined that one of them it was sequestered deep within the Underdark, and we allied with the Dwarven resistance to secure it. recently received word that they succeeded. However, their envoy was supposed to deliver it to us 12 days ago and has yet to do so.
Oh, we still have to resolve our business with the Clockwork King.
Oh, yes,
We'll
I
get to that.
understand. Yeah. Um, we fear the worst, and we want you to track him down and secure the stone. Ooh, I'll pay double what I paid you for the methods for this.
You said
Out of-
double?
That sounds good to me.
Double is good.
Mhm. Well, to help, I know you've already mentioned that you still have business with the Clockwork King. Well, that's good news. Because he's also... The mines are unfortunately likely locked, and he is rumored to have a skeleton key that could get you in. So you might want to talk to him about that and see if he's willing to lend you the key.
That sounds ideal. I think we might be able to, considering we were successful on a mission from him as well, we may be able to um, barter. Is that the word? I don't know if that's the word I want to use.
It seems like you might have
Open the
gained
door.
Yeah, it seems like you may have gained some favor with him, so that would be the best place to look to start. But obviously, like I said, take your time, do what you need to. Again, unfortunately, the longer you wait, the more likely that things might
Right.
get worse down in the mines. But if you need to, yeah, that's what I suggest.
Well, I think I will talk with you all. Like I take it we are going to accept this task, right?
I don't have much of a choice. But, and then I'm going to look over at Nero and go, please don't get us any more dead grabbing more toys.
He's gonna put his hands over what he assumes would be Rangoon's ears. He's gonna be like, shh, you treat him with respect.
I grow concerned.
As far as our unresolved business with the Clockwork King, do we have any more information on that? He's looking kind of around to the group, making avoiding eye contact with Meek.
So we essentially owe him for what we took, borrowed, used. We do have some money, but obviously I don't know if we will have enough to cover everything. But we
Do you
could
remember
essentially.
Do you remember how much we owe him?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Let me take a look at how much you owe.
Pretty sure it's at minimum 4 digits.
Probably.
Just for
know-
Rangoon.
Just for Rangoon alone. God damn. Let's see.
At least y'all got something useful. I just got this stupid coffin.
With a ring you could sell back.
Well, that's true.
All right, so let's see. You got the toy coffin that was 10 gold, but you found 100 gold ring inside it. The crab was 200 gold.
Okay, not 4, 3 still.
What else did you grab? Remind me.
I know I had the I bought the potion of fire resistance, which was
Okay.
100,
Yep.
and the 2 potions of, I guess, healing that were 50 each,
Okay.
or were they 150? Hold on.
They were 50.
Yeah, so that's another 100.
Yeah, so-
Well, the potion of fire resistance, that was in a belt of 3 potions, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Well, you could. There were 3 available. You could pick as many as you want. So I
Oh.
you only picked up 2.
Yeah, I picked up 1 potion of fire resistance and 2 potions of healing. That was
Okay, I thought the healing was
Yeah.
separate from the potion chosen along with fire resistance. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, there was a potion of greater healing, but I didn't, because that was like 100 on its own.
Did anyone pick up the clockwork amulet?
Amulet.
What did that do again?
That was the you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the dice automatically once a day.
No, I don't think any of us took that. 'Cause I know I was looking at what would have been like an armor item, but my armor was higher without it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how about the clockwork quantifier, the thing that automatically counts whatever you pointed at?
I don't think we
No.
took that.
Okay.
Did
Then your total came out to 410 gold.
we take that?
And you have at least 590 among y'all.
Okay. Got it. Clockwork King is turning into Tom Nook.
We don't have enough yet.
You do.
No, Tate is saying we don't have enough yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember, Tate's math is different than real math.
That is true.
Tate uses rogue math.
So essentially, there's
Is that the new version of girl math?
Yes, just a lot more convoluted.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
All right.
That's right.
and-
I thought so. Dennis did take the clockwork quantifier. I knew there was
Okay.
something else.
So that'll bring it up to 510 gold you owe.
So we could technically, if we all took our gems and gave them to Clockwork King, we could technically pay the bill off, and like with like if someone had 10 more, which I would assume Nero has because he's rich, although he's not there.
Well, the ring that Goose got out of the coffin is worth 100.
But is
That's if he wants to give it up.
They don't know that.
Yeah, we don't
they
know.
don't. That's right. They don't. Sneaky.
Haha, rogue, shocker. A sneaky rogue, groundbreaking. But yeah, so we could technically just pay this off, or we could pay some of it off, if not all of it off. But that would mean we're back to square one.
I think before we look at anything, paying anybody back, figuring out finances, whatever, I still think that we should pay a visit to some goblins.
That's right. You did mention that.
And I will keep mentioning it until we do it.
Though also, who's to say the Clockwork King won't charge us for the skeleton key too?
We need
rainy day fund.
A fancy word, but we just need money.
We need a rainy day fund. Rainy day fund.
We need a slush fund.
Yeah.
Slush fund.
And I'm
tax
feeling kind of
evasion.
slushy. Let's go visit some goblins.
Well,
Mike, check.
so gotcha.
I can hear you.
So my recommendation, we don't want to stay too long delaying the mine mission. But we could do the goblin horde thing before we head out to talk to the clock. We could if we can do some scouting. Obviously, granted it'll be daytime, so that's not the greatest time to do it. And get
Well,
it
I
done.
also have some specialized equipment that the Clockwork King wants back.
Tate is
Yeah.
already standing up, stowing his daggers, and he has like golden retriever energy ready to go right now.
Tate. Sit.
I'm just saying, on the list of priorities, money should be first right now.
That's because you always want to put money first.
You don't know me well enough to say always.
It's all you ever talk about.
But
70%.
Hey, money makes everything easier.
Money. Ooh, there's a song. Sorry. Broadway. Anyway, someone say something.
Sorry, Squall.
I have-
just poses OSHA.
I have a suggestion. You guys can take it or leave it. What if those of us that want to go to the Goblin Horde go to the Goblin Horde, and the rest begin looking for, essentially, there's a term. Split the party.
I mean,
or we could just go all in on the Goblin Horde. Because let's be honest. And he kind of looks over at Racine and talks kind of quietly. He's like, "If they're dead, they're not gonna get any deader."
Racine is talking to you all telepathically right now from the other room. And can hear everything you all are saying.
He's still whispering. He's trying to like.
If they're dead, they're not gonna get any deader.
Nero.
All Racine says, like, do what you want, just don't get yourself killed.
Yeah, they
a couple days won't hurt. Just
yeah. So
just
if we
remember,
have it,
brass scorpions.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the Clockwork King stuff.
Yeah, but I think if we go and get to the Clockwork King, we're going to have to. I mean, we may have to. We can go talk to the Clockwork King and see about getting the skeleton because we're going to need it anyway. I know it is earlier in the day, but we could split and have our stealthier person
Do a scouting run.
Go scout. Not engage. Do not engage. And then we can return together and then go later. Does that sound like a plan?
That works for me. The only downside is the only two who are quiet enough for that would be Nero and Tate, and I don't think they're going to listen to the do not engage rule.
I look at them both.
We don't
I
have
will
a death
know.
wish.
Tate looks at Meek. I am appalled.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Proof.
I am the sheer vision of willpower.
Yes, and your willpower will probably say to kill them.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. But
If I had eyes, they
it'll
would
be
roll.
sneaky.
So,
Well, Tate, you're not the one with the penchant for blowing things up with magic.
Which is why he's coming with me.
We keep each other in check. I don't think you guys understand how this dynamic works.
We are the epitome of checks and balances here.
Yeah, Meek is just giving both of you this look.
Have you guys forgotten how long we were in the academy together and we're used to your tactics?
Yeah, we were awesome.
And I don't appreciate you using air quotes for tactics, by the way.
Yeah.
Who said I was using air quotes?
I heard
This
it.
coming from the person that literally fell on their own axe.
but still, I think. Okay, fine. We'll do this. God, Mom. Fuck me and being a
Like,
mom.
we need to have someone babysit them.
None of us can. If this is going to be recon, none of us can. I will say, however, I want you to come back.
Alive, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we might be richer.
No.
See, I don't understand where this disconnect is happening here.
The disconnect is you are to scout, not take the gold all on your own.
This is totally the Groot pushing the wrong button conversation.
But
I'm just sitting here entertained as fuck from this.
And you said I push buttons.
Because a person with a semblance of willpower would know to wait until you have the entire party together.
But you guys are
So-
so loud.
Yeah.
so, actually,
We don't need to be quiet if we don't intend on them living.
And also, Tate, remember, we're the ones that are able to heal you.
that
Also,
is the
who
important.
says you're gonna have to fight? You can probably. They are like Racine said that they are very inattentive. Like they are probably they have a lot of forces, but they are not attentive. They are probably some of the worst guards. So if fight may be avoidable, but you could still make out with a lot of stuff.
That was somebody that's trigger happy.
I say,
I guarantee you I come back with a pet goblin.
You do that, and the next 3 rewards you get my share.
wait,
Oh nope. That was a bet. That is an
That-
honor.
He's going to put
So-
his hand out for a handshake.
oh dear.
Meek's gonna regret this, but he's gonna shake your hand, but he's gonna squeeze your hand really tight.
I think at this point we should just wait on the Clockwork King.
I think we will go to the Clockwork King and let those two do what they're probably going to do. I mean, we can't keep eyes on them forever.
True,
There's gotta
but
be trust. You know?
but with the quantifier being there, we can find out exactly how much we're going to be hauling.
I'll tell you exactly how much we got. I am very honest.
Insight check.
Insight. Nope. Not unless you roll crap.
Tate, are you? Oh, deception.
Oh,
Damn. Eden almost had you.
Y'all believe
I mean,
him?
to be fair, I think I might be the most honest one in the group.
see, you're gonna make me want to insight check you again.
Oh, Edness.
Oh no, when you say the honest in the group part, Meek's gonna remind you again of the Goliath in the library.
I told no untruths. You're the one that slapped the book out of his hand.
You're the one who told me he was yeah.
So,
That's exactly
with
how
an
Meek does
insight
that,
of
by the way. That's
25,
exactly how Meek does that.
Edmonds will go, no, you won't. I think we should actually go with them.
No, for real. Scout's honor. He totally holds up the wrong fingers.
I don't think that's that symbol.
He's gonna reach over and fix the fingers. So
Actually, oh no. Here's how Meek's gonna go for this, and it's probably gonna have opposing roles. I'm guessing. He's like, I'll believe you if Nero gives me Rangoon as collateral,
Oh,
because that way Nero will keep you honest.
oh shit.
Tate's gonna elbow him. Come on, buddy, you got this.
yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. His hands.
Okay, I was actually expecting you to try to roll against that. Cool. Yeah, Meek will gently grab Rangoon. He will not be mean to him. He'll gently grab Rangoon and let him sit on the shoulder, which Grant is a higher perch than you anyway.
He's afraid of heights. Just be careful.
Like, never mind. I'm not gonna even. I'm like, how is he afraid of heights? He doesn't. Anyway,
So do we have a plan?
Tate's just gonna stand up and crack his neck. Nero, it's time, buddy.
This. All right.
All right.
I think
Wait.
we will.
Where are we going?
Let's go scout the crap out of this place. Yeah.
All right.
Oh dear.
We're gonna
Okay.
scout it so hard.
We're
Who
splitting
gave
the
us the
party.
toque?
Huh?
He just pulled a Peregrine. Wait, where are we going?
I was like, those two are going to go scout the goblins. The three of us are going to go to Goblin King. Or not Goblin King, wow. Clockwork King.
Okay.
We're going to the labyrinth.
Okay,
he have the
people are
power?
missing the movie reference that just occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely missed it. Sorry. All right. So
The meeting at the Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh.
Oh.
gotcha.
Okay,
All right.
Pippin.
So
Yeah,
Where are we going?
Pippin.
we're gonna start with our Clockwork King folks, since that is actually the easier one to get out of the way. So the three of you make it to the Clockwork King's den again.
Oh, hydrate before you
Item.
dehydrate.
Do I have no? So you make it to the Clockwork King, and as you walk in, you see him go, "Oh, you're back!" So I assume last night went
Really?
well.
Delicious.
Yes,
No,
we did.
well, wait, did it go well? There's only three of you here. Where's the other two?
Still sleeping.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
So do you have the item?
Agnes.
And then during I was meeting, I was going to say, it's like, yeah, they inhaled a little too much smoke from the methods. That's why they're still sleeping.
Ah, yeah, that'll happen.
And this will just pull out the rod.
You see as the Clockwork
And-
King's eyes kind of light up seeing it. And he goes, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you!" As he grabs it, and he then takes it and he hands it over to one of the Mondrons that are following him around. The Mondron picks it up, and as immediately when the king lets go of it, the Mondron just drops to the ground from the weight of it. The other one flies down and helps it pick it up, and they're like slowly, as much as they can, bringing it to the back room. Oh, you guys were such a great help. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The three of you, can you make a perception check for me?
Sure. Hey.
Meek, you notice a key around his neck. A necklace, like as a necklace. You're muted.
I'll wait till Ennis gets their roll in before I say anything. Oh, never mind. I didn't realize they dropped out. There, I guess our computer issues again.
Gotcha. And you also got a nat 20, so that's going to be hard to beat anyway.
No, I know. I still, before I made reference to it, I was going to wait to see how many people actually see the key.
Yeah.
Was my whole thing. Right, well, yeah, but you get where I was trying to go with it, though.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, so I'll point out going, so, what's with that dangling around your neck?
Oh, this? This is a key to the Greater Mines, just outside town. It's where me and my crew used to basically work within.
Oh, about those mines.
Mm-hmm.
Racine's got another task for us, if you don't mind helping.
What task?
We need to go in those mines, so that key would make it a lot easier for us to get in.
This key? Oh.
Racine mentioned a skeleton key that you would have that gets into the mines.
I'm assuming that is the skeleton key.
I mean, it is, but I was told I wasn't supposed to give it to anybody.
But you already know you can trust us because of the fact that we literally, while fighting, got that whole rod straightened out for you, which I'm not even going to ask what it's for.
It was for one of my other inventions, but no, you've all been a great help, but this key is and you kind of see that his mind is a bit more fragile than you'd expect about this key. You can feel free to roll an insight if you want to try to figure this out.
Yeah, I will. There's my bad rolls. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use one of my uses of what the hell is it called again? Because I haven't played Reborn that much. Well,
knowledge of past.
Yeah, from past life. So yeah, I can roll a d6 and add it to it.
Go for it.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Fuck! Oh, that was a waste.
You simply sense something is off, but you can't tell what. But he's stammering, trying to explain to you why you can't have the key.
Well, to try and ease him, but it's like you said you used to do stuff in that mines. By letting us get in there, you can probably go back and do what you need to do again.
No. That's
oh dear. Okay.
No.
King Clockwork. I
yeah.
don't know what to actually call you. Liege? I don't know.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, here's Edness. Because Edness hit it. Edness, you could tell from listening to how
Lucky.
he stammers and his movements that there's more sentimental value to this key than he's letting on. So yeah, that's what you know. Like that's what you can tell from the way he's talking right now is that he seems to be trying to make excuses, but the real reason he doesn't want to give it over is because it has some sentimental value to him. I think he just dropped out again.
Yeah, he fell back out again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna assume he may have said something, but I don't know what.
So what were you trying to say there, Eden, though?
You are muted.
I am muted. Yay. Please, if I may call you that again. I feel there's something troubling you about the key.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Upon making that insight check, Edness will, in their mind, ask Jacera if they can figure out what he's hiding from us that involving the sentimental value of that key.
Zaspara doesn't know.
Okay. So you have some sentimental value to that key.
My clan was lost in those mines.
Oh.
It was a tunnel clasp, and I was the only one to survive. So this key is kind of how I remember them. Look, I know getting into those mines is going to help us out in the long term, especially when it comes to Vecna. So I'll make you a deal, especially since you've helped me out once. If you're willing to help me out again with another task, with getting one more item for my inventions, I'll hand over the key.
Let's hear it.
I need gears. Simple enough. In fact, in town, the best place to find them is to take them off of the well that's within Chantea's graveyard. The well has been dry for so long, it's not really having any significant value. Hell, the area has been so blocked off by the briar patches that no one even goes in there anymore, so no one will miss it. They're easy to take off. Just grab the gears and bring them back to me. That's all I need. You bring them back, I'll trade them for the key. And the key, as he takes like a deep breath of like almost closure, I'll give you the key to keep.
Mm.
Right. Sounds simple enough to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will do this for you. And we thank you.
I thank you.
You know, And just to try to push our luck here, I want to try to see if we can try and talk away at least some of the debt we have for the pieces that were taken. Not all of it, obviously, but just some. See if we can haggle it down.
Make a persuasion check.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. I still 16.
He's not budging on the prices.
Yeah, fair. Where's the shot? I probably would have had to nat 20 that.
Yeah.
Even then.
Well, for now, to help cover some of the cost, I will pull out. I grabbed the tourmaline, and I will hand that to him as a sign of good faith to start covering our debt.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Y'all are good people.
We try.
I won't say just yet, but I think the invention in the back will help you out later on. I just gotta do a little bit more tweaks to it. It's gonna take a little time, but the gears are the last piece I need. You see kind of a... I don't want to say sinister look, because he's good. It is a...
Joyful?
Yes. It's like how A and Soot feel when they're about to invent something really, really cool for the Wind Rider.
Don't you mean the was it now the Starbreaker?
Yeah, the Star, yeah, whatever it is now. But yeah. So now, is there anything else you need from us?
By the way, what do you know about the goblins?
They're dumb as fuck. Like, well, it's interesting. Like, they have a really odd business there. They trade in weapons and in cats.
Cats?
Yeah.
Like
cats.
Meow meow purry cats?
Yes.
Now, are we talking house cats or lions?
House cats.
Okay, because cats is very vague. 'Cause remember, as far as being concerned, cat could be anything. He's got 8 intelligence.
True, yeah. So, but they're pretty dumb, and they won't. They're what? What are you thinking of?
Oh, 2 of our members are about to rob him.
Should I get my popcorn ready?
Knowing those 2, probably.
And let's cut to our team.
And meanwhile, we'll start heading towards where the goblins are.
Yeah. All right. As for our stealth team, y'all arrive outside of the Hall of Sparkling Stones. Enough away to where you can be seen undetected, but still close enough to where you can make things out. Here's how this is going to work. These are going to be group stealth checks. Because there's only 2 of you, only one of you needs to pass for you to pass the check. The longer you stay out here reconning, the harder the check is going to be. And every few hours that you check, I will give you more information. Are you ready?
A risk reward thing.
Yes. The moment you both fail to check, the recon is over. The recon phase is over, I should say. Or if you decide to say, "Hey, we're too tired, we're done," you can press your luck and keep going, or you can call it at any point. Okay. So let's start off with your initial stealth check for both of you.
What have you passed?
Hey,
Good.
what the hell?
So, what you can see right now.
I'm so good at this.
So, you spend the first 2 hours of recon. What you find out is that there are windows from the second story and upwards, and a cellar entrance with a portcullis. If you would like to recon for another 2 hours, roll your stealth checks.
What was that first part before you said a central gate and a portcullis?
There are windows from the second story
Okay.
and upwards, and there is a cellar entrance with a portcullis. All right. Roll ahead. Go ahead and roll your next stealth checks. You all pass. The cellar entrance is always guarded by a lone ogre. If you would like to recon for another 2 hours, roll your stealth. We're going up to hour 6. I just realized there's a little like ding 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 sound when you hit natural 20. I've never heard that before. That's awesome. And yet another natural 20 from from Tate.
I gotta make up for that one.
You rolled a
Yeah,
1
right?
and then 2 20s.
You got to keep the balance in the universe, otherwise it falls apart.
Go buy a lottery ticket.
During hours 5 and 6, a Dwergar arrives, an axe lying flat across his outstretched hands. He talks with a group of hobgoblin guards, is let in, and comes back out 20 minutes later with a small, bald goblin. The Dwergar hammers the axe into the side of the building and is then given a small pouch by the goblin containing 50 gold. The Dwergar bows respectfully and walks away as the goblin re-enters the hall.
That was clearly an arms deal. Okay.
All right. If you would like to move on another couple hours, we're moving on basically for 8 hours total. Go ahead and roll your stealths.
Yes.
All right. During hours 7 and 8, the goblins sometimes bicker and argue among themselves. The hobgoblins are disciplined with no obvious weaknesses to exploit. Ogres sometimes fall asleep on the job. There is likely an entrance on the roof as a goblin appears from there during guard rotations.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to go for another couple hours? This will bring you up to hour 10.
What do you think, Tate?
I say we can try and shoot for one more.
Let's do one more.
All right, go for it.
Wow. Oh.
You both passed.
Oh.
3 goblins arrive, each carrying a sack that seems to be moving. As they reach the entrance, words are exchanged, and one of the
They are let into the hall, exiting again about a half hour later, this time carrying a small chest, which contains a lot of gold. You're at hour 10. Would you like to continue to recon for another couple hours?
Is it better to like rob these guys or just go find a bunch of cats?
I was just thinking the same thing.
That's a lot of gold for a cat. What are they doing with? I'm assuming they're eating them, right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think they're from Springfield.
Seriously?
Oh,
wow.
Sorry, I'm from Springfield.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Mr. Dark. Welcome to the heist.
is the cat still like on its way in?
The cat is now inside.
Oh,
Basically,
dang,
they brought
okay.
the cat in the sack inside, and then the person came out with the chest of gold.
So it was 3 moving sacks, but we only saw 1 cat.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's better if we like go find a bunch of cats, or should we like try and see if we can get up on the roof?
Well, the way I see it is, you can either get cats. There's
Sounds like
the
a lot of
roof,
work.
and there's the roof or the cellar, or we could pose as people trying to sell weapons.
I do have a bunch of well-made daggers.
Do you know what would come in really handy right now?
A talking sword?
A clockwork crab.
Oh, that too.
That's beside the point. He's like a single bead of sweat go down his head as he's thinking about Rangoon. It's like
he'll be fine.
He better be.
I don't think Meek knows how to break him.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I woke up this morning and I fell asleep with him on my chest, and then I woke up and I was like rolled over and he was under me, and he was fine. So he must have just like stayed there as I rolled over in my sleep, and he was fine. So like he's pretty hardy.
I knew you slept like shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my god. God.
I just didn't want to call you out in front of our friends.
I appreciate that. No, that's
So should I unpack my daggers maybe, and we can at least try and get inside and at least take a look. How about I pull out 4?
So okay, here's another thing though. I do have a couple of spells that could help us here, right? So so real quick, how far are we from like an entrance or where I can see?
I mean, you can clearly see, like, all the stuff that you're close enough to see all of this happening, but you're far enough, I would say, about 150 feet.
Dang. Okay. Well, I can get us 90 feet closer. Well, I can get one of us 90 feet closer. Using my spells. I really don't want to use that twice just because there's other stuff I could use at second level.
I do have a disguise kit. I could disguise us.
I have disguise self.
Well, let me do my makeup.
But wait,
they don't even know who we are. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's a good point. Plus, they're pretty stupid. I mean, judging from the past 10 hours we've been sitting here.
Yeah, they really haven't done a whole lot. I think that ogre was asleep.
So, So what are you thinking? You're the sneaky guy. What's our best in? Got cats. You got weapons.
I'm honestly thinking that just going in the front door might actually be the best option.
Let me
I'll
try
reach.
something.
I'll
real
reach
quick.
in. I'll pull out 4 daggers, and I'll just like hold them in my hands.
Hold your daggers for a second, and he's going to hold his hand out. And Nero's going to hold his hand out, cast minor illusion in his hand, and a cat, just like an average tuxedo cat in his hand. He's like, now this is an illusion, so they can't touch it, and they'll know it's fake.
I will mention that you've seen random cats just roaming around town too.
Oh.
Probably fewer every now and then, but still.
Okay, so we can always go try and scoop up some cats. You don't got to lose your daggers. We can grab you a goblin, and then we can go back, and I can get my crab back. I see no way this is gonna fail.
This is win-win. They don't even have to know.
Yeah.
Let's go grab some cats.
Let's go grab some freaking cats, man.
Let's do it.
Oh my god.
All right, so y'all are gonna stop the recon and go get cats.
Yeah. So instead of sneaking into here, we're gonna sneak back into town.
Okay.
And steal some cats.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Either of you, or both of you.
That's not good.
Tate, you find a cat.
I found a cat.
You got get it.
Yeah, kitty.
You have a cat. Do you want to try for another cat?
How many do you think we need?
I mean, better to have them and not need them, and need them and not have them, right? So
yeah.
Okay,
let's try a couple each.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say it takes you about 4 hours, but you're able to find enough. You find yourself 4 cats.
Heck yeah!
Nice. I really hope that conversation with the Clockwork King is going well.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's been like 14 hours.
It's been 14 hours. It's getting dark.
We are sitting we have been sitting at the inn, like we've gone through like lunch,
search party scenarios,
dinner.
And we probably had enough time to get the gears for Clockwork, give it to them, get back to the inn, eat, and just waiting for the explosions to still happen to see what the hell happened.
They're already halfway to the mines.
Eden,
yeah.
Meek, and Edness, make me a perception check.
That's really good.
And that was with a +0.
Oh my god, that's even better.
Oh god! As you are sitting around in the inn, you spot Tate and Nero chasing cats right outside on the street. They have 3 in there. They have a total of 3 at this point, and they're looking to get a 4th.
I'm gonna turn to Eden and is going should we go see what that's about?
Yes.
Get the orange one. Get the orange one. Get the orange one.
When Meek mentioned that, remember what one of the things that the goblins trade in?
Fair, but I'm also just. It's just.
I'm already outside. I'm already making my way outside. I am the mother. And loudly, let's see. I'm gonna roll a d6 just randomly, even odd. Whose name am I calling? Nope, don't need that many. Cancel.
Hey, Tate, what's taking so long?
Yeah, I also say Tate. Tate!
You're supposed to scout, not chase cats.
Tate is gonna look over his shoulder real quick, acknowledge that they said his name, and then go back to trying to catch the cat.
It's like, that's not having a goblin as a pet, so I guess I win the bet.
We're not done.
I walk over to Tate and I put my hand on his shoulder. What are you doing?
Aw, you let it get away.
It was the only orange one. Right?
I've been chasing that cat for 20 minutes.
Why are you chasing cats?
Because they buy cats. We don't
Yes,
have we don't have to break in. We can just bring cats and walk right in.
Yep.
Okay, that's still not going to stop the fact they're going to see us walking out with the loot, unless there's not enough cats here for us to buy their loot.
Let's catch more cats.
Dude, the more cats we catch, the more loot we can grab. This is a foolproof plan.
They gave these. What were they? Were they other goblins?
It was a Dwergar.
No, the last one that had
the
brought the
goblins
cats.
had the cats.
They had these goblins brought 3 cats. Well, 3 bags, 1 cat. I'm assuming they were all cats.
Yeah, all 3 bags were moving.
They might have been babies. I don't know. I didn't ask questions, but they left with a big chest.
Yeah.
Okay, and as much as I'm about to hate the idea that's about to come out of my mouth here, why not just
Babies can't run.
Again, as much as I'm going to hate what's about to come out of my mouth here, why not have Nate minor illusion a ton of cats in a crate?
Because they inspect them before they let people in.
I doubt they're going to expect every single one. We have a couple real ones, but have the bulk be fake.
And you said there was a Drugar?
The Dwergar was one of the people who they sold an axe to them.
It looked like it was a good axe.
It was a really good axe.
Like he hit the whole side of the building with it.
That's wonderful. What part of recon didn't you understand?
Did we go in?
Yeah, we didn't even go in.
What are you doing now?
Catching
cats.
We're catching.
Did you get
What was their
anything
plan?
useful other than they'll buy cats? Because we also found out without need to go there.
I'm not seeing anything wrong with this. You told us not to go in. We didn't go in. We're catching cats.
Yes, but other than they buy they trade in cats and weapons, what else did you find out?
They're pretty they're pretty lazy with their security.
Yeah.
We already knew
half of them
that.
fall asleep on the job.
The only thing, there were a couple hobgoblins and they seemed like they were on their game, but it was mostly regular goblins and 1 sleeping ogre.
I was gonna say there's the ogre, but yeah, he was asleep.
That's the information we needed.
No, what we need is cats.
Or really good weapons. Or both.
I'm still not opposed to this baby idea.
I don't think we're going to.
Nero's gonna put his arm around Tate. He's like, "You need to dial it back on the baby ideas, man."
And
I have a little sidebar here.
Is to find out what defenses the enemy had.
Yeah.
And their numbers. That's important because that could be a huge factor on knowing what we need to fight might make things easier for us if we have to fight.
I don't think we're gonna need to fight. We just need more cats.
I feel.
And we're dropping the baby idea.
Just
Oh
yeah,
my
just
God.
drop it for now.
Okay, and no babies, just cats.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they might have had some form of slaves in those bags.
They were very small slaves then.
I don't compute.
And this will turn to in Jurger like to enslave people.
Got it. But they
Th-
just
th-
had the
just-
weapon.
But it was one
Yeah.
Durgar with an axe.
Yeah, it was one Dwergar that was selling an axe, and then
So
3 goblins that were selling cats.
So there's nothing. Okay, so if ooh, brain is hurting. If I had a brain. So the plan is changing. Instead of taking from the horde, we are essentially selling something to get money.
I think if we play this right, it might be possible for us to go in with a couple cats, go in, and then convince them to buy the cats from us that they already have.
How?
I don't know if you know about goblins, but they're really dumb.
I just had an idea.
Oh dear
Okay.
God.
So what we need to do is put one of us needs to volunteer to go forward with this. I cast enlarge reduce on you, right? Whoever does this, and I shrink you.
He already puts his hand up.
Put you in a bag and have you make meowing noises, right?
Oh my.
I've actually been practicing.
I've heard the walls are very thin. It's very convincing. Make meowing noises, right? They're idiots. We'll just tell them like, "Oh, this is a super dangerous cat. Don't open the bag." But
I do love the fact that you're all talking about this outside on the street while holding 4 cats.
I'm petting the one I have.
He's just got an armful. Yeah, Nearest has got an armful.
We've got cat ladies, folks.
I am not a cat lady.
I was referring to these two that are obsessed with the cats.
Well, not keeping them, selling them. But one of us could be disguised as a cat in a bag, and then when they take you inside, you sneak out. I dispel the enlarge reduce, and then you sneak around.
I'm not even kidding. My Twitch commercial right now is the Meow Mix commercial.
I love it. Like it's hearing everything.
So
Matrix is real.
It sounds like there are makings of a plan here. How do I put this without giving things away? It seems like there is a good plan that doesn't need to be overthought. So,
yes.
Just given the time, I'm going to call it there. I will allow you all to, like, the group of you to continue discussing in Discord, in chat, about what y'all want to do further to plan for our next session. Because I feel like we're going a little bit in circles right now.
Yeah.
But I think at our next session, we're having a cat heist. We're heisting with cats. I'm going to need to think of a good pun for next session. Anyway.
A catastrophe.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Next time we meet, it's cats and heists and hopefully
Boots and
lots of
cats.
gold time. I have, just so you know, I have 6 different tables on my screen of things to check as you are going through this to see how well you do. I am excited about this. I'm also excited because the last group I did this with skipped the heist, and I'm pissed. So I'm very happy y'all are going through with this. Anywho, let's go through and introduce each other and just reintroduce each other. Name who you played tonight, and what percentage chance of success do you think y'all are going to have with this heist? We're going reverse order from last time, or at least reverse order on my alchemies, and we'll start with Slayer.
Hi everybody, I am Old Worm Slayer, and I've been playing Ednus, and well, concerning our original plans, I got a monkey wrench in thrown into them by the forms of two individuals who are now nicknamed Wrench and Monkey, which Tater's Wrench, Nero's Monkey.
I'll take that.
So I'm gonna give give us the odds of like 60% because I have a feeling that since there's hobgoblins there, they'll more than likely catch on, or bad dice rolls will happen
All
that
right.
are not in our favor.
All right. And where can folks find you? Forgot to add that.
You can find me here next month for the first Monday of next month for Wind Riders of Arya, and then the following Thursday, I believe, for Vecna. Because I seriously doubt we're going to be doing Vecna next week, considering Turkey Day.
That is correct. We will actually be we're not going to meet next week, and we're going to actually skip the following week because I'm actually at a con. And then so it'll be December 12th, which will be the next time we play, and that'll put us back on our original every other week schedule. So just so y'all know.
Okay.
Cool.
I blame Will for being a good teacher.
Yay. All right. Goose.
Hey guys, Goose. I have been playing Tate. He is 100% positive this whole plan is going to go off without a hitch. There's no chance that it can go wrong.
Awesome.
So you can catch me here every other Monday playing Soot, the slightly paranoid mad genius in Wind Riders, where we use the Surge system that I helped co-create. Thursday night, be here playing Tate, the magical sad boy rogue. You can always find me in the Surge Discord and check out our website, warptree.com, where you can download the free Surge core rulebook and grab some of our sweet ass merch, like this hat.
Awesome. Nick?
I don't recommend tasting them to see if they taste like sweet ass.
Oh, definitely do. Nick knows.
For the record, they 100% do. Everybody, I'm Nick. You go by Professor Hexagon on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, as well as Blue Sky and Instagram. You can find me every other Monday on Origins of Orlea, where I play Varric Wolfspear Vagari, the Goliath Barbarian. And you can also find me on Kellen's channel every other Friday, where I play Vigo Sigmundsson, the Viking scientist from Cimmeria. He's very I think the best description of Vigo is that he's a man-child, to which I wholeheartedly nodding very Nero is 100% along the same lines as Tate. This is gonna be fine. Nothing's going wrong. This is a great idea.
Fantastic. All right, Damon.
Hey everyone, this is Damon. I played Eden, your mom. Warforged Twilight Domain cleric. I'll wait. No, I'll say it now. Eden feels this will go about 50-50. Just gonna put it out there. There's faith there's faith in the possibility of everything going well as much as there is in everything going wrong. And knowing this group, either way, woo. You can find me here in Halfling Wizard every other Thursday playing this game. You can also find me on alternating Mondays in the Gaia Chronicles over on Vibe Tribe with Riku. Or you can find me on alternating Tuesday nights on Vibe Tribe playing in the Golden Feathers of Tea and Tang. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus for a while, but we should be starting back up soon. But yeah, uh, having fun. Woohoo! Let's go.
Fantastic. All right, and Kel.
Hey y'all, again I am Kel, also as Celtic Wyvern King, playing Meek, our reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Again, try saying that 5 times fucking fast, especially at 1:30 in the morning.
That.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitch, TikTok under the same handle. You can find me every Monday here for Either or Layer Origins. Will be this Monday where I get to play with Nick as we are in some deep shit. Because goddamn Dusk Wraiths. Then you can find me on the opposite Mondays. Oh, well, first off, for Origins, I play Kieran, the ASMR Bard. So still doing the charisma casting. Just using my voice instead of a sword. On the opposite Mondays, though, you can find me here for Windrise of Aria. I play A, one of the engineers for the Windrider, and now the Starbreaker, as we are about to turn to a life of piracy. Where he's where A is almost having an aneurysm over Carrick asking him to paint the leg to make it look like wood.
What happened while I was gone?
Don't worry. Watch the VOD.
Watch the VOD. Watch the VOD.
But you can also find me for the most part, be every Wednesday, but right now it's every other Wednesday on my own channel where I have my Theros 5e game. Sadly, I had to cancel this week's session because we had too many people who have some IRL stuff. What is fair, real life always comes first. Just means they get to traumatize them more when they come back. No, I'm kidding. Though. What I have planned for this is going to be pretty fun. But once one of my players gets free from a campaign that's about to be wrapping up here soon, so more like by beginning of New Year, I will be having a Surge campaign start on my channel. So definitely keep an eye out there for that. Every other Thursday, you can find me here where I can play Meek, like I said, the Reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. And then every other Friday, such as this Friday, my own channel for my Stargate 5e campaign, where we get to see how Vigo reacts to missing on meeting the Asgard, who were essentially the people his people deified. He literally had a chance to meet God and failed. Oh, I cannot wait to see how you play that, Nick. But on the opposite Fridays, though, you can find me around dinner a game for Walking Dead Jazz Funeral. I think we're in our holiday break now, so you probably won't find me there every other Friday, and maybe some one-shots here or there. But yeah.
And what
and then the chances, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 30% of success. Like when the cats are actually pulled off. I'm saying 30%.
I just want to point out no one said absolute failure. So that's still a win.
Yep.
I'll say 30% because the fact that you rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
Right after a nat 1.
Exactly. And then after your second nat run, Nero rolled a nat 20.
So, hey, the luck is there. All right. And as always, I am Riku. I was your Dungeon Master for tonight, wrangling these proverbial cats of players around this world. You can find me on social media as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. You can also find me on Vibe Tribe Productions every other Monday for Gaia Chronicles alongside Damon. And then on the opposite Mondays of that, you can find me on Wind Riders of Aria alongside Kel, Goose, and Slayer, where I play Kedik, your captain who is very, 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 very excited to become a pirate. You can find me
Kid-like
on,
again.
yeah. You're gonna find me on Saturdays, starting this Saturday for Queers here on Halfling Wizard. Really excited to get started up with that with Mikey. And then of course here for Vecna every other Thursday. Our next time will be on December 12th. Next week is, as you know, Thanksgiving, and then the week after I'm down in Chicago for a con, so we'll be catching back up December 12th. Make sure to check out all the shows that we have in. You've heard about Orlea Origins. Also make sure to check out the Liminal Blink here on this channel on Wednesdays. Don't forget to check out our merch, join Discord, join our Patreon, where you can actually help support us, get some really cool exclusive homebrew items. And you can check out the session 0 for this campaign, exclusive to just our Patreon subscribers, so check that out. And as always, this month we are raising funds for the Movember Foundation, just for men's health awareness. So make sure, if you are willing and able to donate, feel free to. But other than that, I think I got everything. But we will see you all in a couple weeks. I'm excited for this. My prediction, and just so you know, I have more information than you may have. I'm going to give this a 70% chance. Again,
The Lord has spoken.
I do have a little bit more information than you do, and you will learn what that information is as you go through this heist. But bad rolls can always happen. But I'm excited about this. So, we'll see you in a couple weeks for the conclusion of this little 3 weeks for the conclusion of this fun little piece of time, and then that's it. Catch you all then. Later.
Bye.
I don't know how to end these, so just bye.
Thanks for joining us for this Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next, right here where adventure comes to life.